Sales Director Corrin, Cresci. Happy Monday. Okay, so I've been having some thoughts. Bear with me. Okay, so I have found myself saying this phrase, and then because I was aware of it, then I started realizing that I have started to hear other people saying the same phrase. And I kind of had to pause and think about it for a little while and think, okay, what's wrong with, why is that not resonating? Why is that not sitting with me even when I say it? And it's kind of like a thought that goes through my head, and then I've even said it to some people, and here it is. It starts out with, how do I, or how do you, meaning hey, I've got this goal I'm working on. How do I ... Or I've got this goal I'm working on. How do you handle it? This thing ... And there's a problem with that phrase. And here's what I have figured out. So in case this is helpful to you as you're goal setting at the beginning of the week, we're still early May, still super early May. We are still at just the beginning of really pouring on steam for our June 30th goals, right? So here's how this blocks you or stops you. It kind of implies that there is a way and you don't know what it is, and so you're having to go ask somebody. And they're going to tell you what the way is. And then you're going to go do the way, and then the way is going to work. And we all know that's not how things work in Mary Kay. There can be several ways to get to the goal. There can be several different ideas. It could be a perfect way for another person because they have a different set of circumstances and it works right for them. And it wouldn't be the perfect way for you. And so I am going to stop saying, how do I? Unless it's something super specific, like how to find something on Zoom. It's a step-by-step. How do I stream from my Zoom to my Facebook and make the sound not echoey? Unless it's a very specific, technical question, I'm not going to say, how do I? Instead, I'm going to sit with the words, I wonder how I could. Or I'm going to sit with the words, how will I get the answer that I'm looking for? How will I get this goal accomplished? And I'm going to come at it with several different options. And I'm going to be curious is what I'm going to be. That's a word that I'm totally into this year. I'm just curious. Curious about all kinds of things. I'm curious about people, and I'm curious about what they wash their face with, and I'm just curious. And I'm going to be curious about myself. I'm curious how my unit is going to reach the $650,000 unit club. I'm wondering. I wonder how that's going to come together. I wonder if I will have a really big push and a whole bunch of people trying to finish their goals all at the same time, or will it just be a whole bunch of people doing a little bit? I wonder. Instead of seeking out, how do I finish? How do I make this happen? How do I get this goal accomplished? How do I get to this retail dollar amount? How do I? I'm just going to take a step back. And I'm just going to come from this, I wonder how I will. I wonder how God will. I wonder how this whole thing is going to come together. And I wonder what I'm going to say about it in July, when I'm looking back. I wonder. I'm just going to change it. Because I noticed that over the last few days, and I actually had somebody ask me, okay, well, how do I get leads? This was her question to me. And my first thought was, well, I don't know, because there's lots of ways. I don't know how you're going to do it. You could do it this way. You could do it that way. Some people do parties, and they fill their funnel every month because they have so many guests from their parties. Some people are great networkers, and they're out meeting new people all the time. They're filling their funnel. that way. Some people are just really connected within the community already. They're really great connectors. They meet people very easily, so they fill their funnel that way. Some people are really working in the referral program. They're getting nominations. Customers are sending them names of people all the time, so they're filling their funnel that way. Like, I don't know how you're going to do it. And I think when she asked me that question, it made me realize, like, oh, that's what I'm doing to myself. When I limit myself to asking, okay, well, how do I reach my goal? That's just very limiting. So I want you to think broader, and I want you to think not how do I, because it's kind of like that. There just must be an answer out there, and I don't know it. There must just be one way, one answer, and somebody needs to tell it to me. And it almost makes me feel like a victim sometimes, like somebody's got to know the answer. Because if I knew it, I'd do it. And I'm just wondering, you're feeling like me, and you might be a little behind on one of your goals, like a really big, important goal, something you really, really want, something you've been working on all stinking year. and then somebody says something to you like, there's only 7 weeks left in the seminar year, and you're like, stop! I have much longer than 7 weeks. I know it. And if you're anywhere feeling like I'm doing, how about if we just approach it with curiosity this week and just be like, I wonder how God's going to pull this off. I wonder how I will. I wonder how I will. I wonder how He will. I wonder how we'll do it together. And I wonder how it'll all be celebrated in July. Okay, that's what I've got for you. It's Monday. God bless you. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything extra to believe in yourself just a little bit more. God bless.